I told you I was going to have another box, and I have that right here with me. Right here. So, we're just going to get right into it. Thank you for watching another video and sticking with me, especially after this long break. Now I've got 3 in the last couple of days in the last couple of weeks that we've done. The last video about the heritage auctions, I will have a post on that. You probably would have seen that, and I probably will have, if I don't record it before this, I'll record it after this. But the bottom line is that I did get a full refund, and they paid for the shipping going backwards, going back to them. So that's good. But this is from Midtown Comics, and this was a very, very weird sale. They had a 75% off sale. Unfortunately, they didn't really have a lot. So I had to struggle to reach the $89 free shipping. And I don't even know how to describe it, because I don't know if it was just the books that I was looking for or if it was just a weird thing in general, but the only books that were 75% off were all titled T through Z. And again, maybe it's just the books that I was interested in buying, but I only bought books from, books that series that were titled from T through, I don't even know if I hit Z, T through X. So I didn't have anything in Y and Z. So it was very weird. TUVWX, 5 letters. That's the only thing I was able to buy, to get books at. But hey, 75% off. You take some risks, when you have that much of a discount. The sad thing is Mile High right now is doing a 70% off sale, and even at 70% off, I won't even buy the books because they're still more expensive than almost every other place, even with, that huge discount. So I forgot to do my spreadsheet, so I don't know the exact price of what I paid for each of these. I have it on my screen on the side over here, but that is only the actual purchase price. So I don't have the shipping and the sales tax factored in. And being a business person, having my own business and all that stuff, I've always been a completionist. So, you see some people talking about that. Oh, well, if I pay shipping, that's not the price of the book. That's just, no, that's BS. The cost of your items is the complete and total price you paid to get them in your hand. So, if I bought, for instance, this Vigilante number 49, or this Vigilante number 49 in a very fine, these books went for, let's see, Vigilante, 90 cents each. So add to that, there's no shipping, so it's just sales tax. So 7% for me in Florida, sales tax. So that's what, 6.3 cents. So it's 96.3 cents to get this book. Yes, I only paid 90 cents for the book itself, but if you have to pay shipping, if you have to pay sales tax, if you have to pay processing fees or whatever. Perfect example, the last video, the 10 issues of Forever People. The lot was only $138, I think it was. Let's say it was $150. So that would be over 10 books, that's $15. But then you have a $29 fee, buyer premium. You have $17 in shipping. You have sales tax of 7% for me. So all those things total raise the per book from $15 or whatever to $19, because I paid $198 or $189, something like that. So, it makes a big difference. So we've got, like I said, we've got 2 Vigilante number 49s for 90 cents each. Reason being because of 90 cents, nothing spectacular there. So we'll put these up on the display on this display box there. Also I got a few of these. Like a lot of these are copper and late bronze, I think it is. Some moderns, but the majority I tried to buy was anything with 75% off #1. Also a bunch of the Vigilantes because I kind of want to try to get the complete set. I already have the 2 most important issues, or the 2 most expensive issues. I believe I have 2 copies of #1 and 2 copies of number 36. So we're talking about the first of the series, and then the first meeting of Peacemaker and Vigilante. So this one is number 13. And I'm not even going to go through these because they are very cheap books and there's no real value to them. So no point in really going through it. This was also 90 cents. Then we've got 2 copies of, I don't know which number this is because I can't see it. This is number 5, 2 copies. And this one also was 90 cents each. So, anytime you can get a book for, here, $1.25, you can see. Cover price is $1.25. I bought it for 90 cents. So if you could buy a book at less than, cover price, it's probably a pretty good deal. It'd be better if I could buy 12-cent books for less than the cover price, but that's not going to happen. So yeah, I also have like a few copies of 3 and 4 and 8, stuff like that. I did the same thing with New Cadia a while ago when they had like a 40% off or a 50% off sale, and there were a bunch of Vigilantes that were already like 70% off already. So I did that and I got those for like 68 cents or something like that. So that's why I'm just going there. Maybe I could just put them up, sell them as a lot. I don't know. Just something. Then we've got 2 copies of Venom the Madness #1. They're both a fine. This I'll take out and we'll take a look at. These were $1.15 each. So again, cover price is $2.95. I paid $1.15. Granted, fine. You never know what the condition will be. But if we take a look at this, all right, that's why. It looks like there's a crease. Or no, wait, actually, that's not a crease. That's the embossing. Okay, so good. We don't have a crease there. If we look at the spine, maybe there's a little bit of dirt here or a shadow, can't really tell, but the spine, the cover looks good. You can't really tell because a lot of this stuff could be creasing or it could be the embossing. That's maybe why they called this a fine. But if we look at the back, I mean, this spine, oh, sorry. Wait. Yeah. This is what we're looking at. Let's do it this way so that I can see it on my other screen. But yeah, I mean, the spine looks pretty good. I'm not seeing anything terrible with this. So for $1.15, now granted, if there was anything wrong with it, I wouldn't be able to really press it out anyway because it would be very difficult. Oh, and this has the plastic pages. I hate those. But yeah, so there's no measuring of page quality because on these plastic pages, I don't know how CGC or anybody else could give any kind of a gradation on those things. But so 2 of these for 15 bucks, not two for $1.15. I don't think there's a key significance here. Just checking out Key Collector real quick. No key significance. Also bought a copy of Venom Lethal Protector #5. This one is the first full appearance of Lasher, not Shriek, maybe. Lasher, Phage, some other ones, like a bunch of them. Let me see. Yeah, first full appearance of Phage, Agony, Riot, and Lasher. So that's the first full appearance. This one was $3.75 in a very fine. And then I bought number 4. I bought 2 of those very fines. Those were $5 each. Yeah, $5 each. And then there was 2 number 3s in near mint for $2.50 each. So there's a lot of Venoms here, just because that's just what was on sale. But for 70% off, 75% off, if you could get these, like here, $2.95 is the cover price. I got it for $2.50. And they're supposed to be near mint. So I'm not going to look at this one because this one there's no significance. There's no key to this one. But we'll take a look at the other 2. Because these are the keys. So we've got number 5, which was the first full appearance. There's only one of these, so you could see this spine looks pretty good. Doesn't look like there's anything there. And if we take a look at the back, there's a little bit of a soft corner here, but otherwise, I'm not seeing any spine ticks or anything like that. So just a soft corner really at the top, which is not that bad. Looking at the book itself, yeah, it's got a little bit of waviness in here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. The light really, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit hard because it's not like deep curves or dents or whatever. It's just a little bit of waviness and stuff. So for, what did I say that this was? Litho protector, this was number 5. So for $3.75, it's not that bad. I think I already have a number 5. I don't have any of the number 4s, and I didn't have any number 3s. So now I have 3, 4, and 5 working towards the set. And I have at least, now I have at least 2 of each, so I could be able to build a set, and then, sell one off and maybe make my money back on what the first one cost. These don't look that bad either. I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but we've got that. Then we've got a couple more Venoms. This is Funeral Pyre number 2, and these are both fines. I can see why this one's a fine. Yeah, so 2 fines. Yeah, that way, fines. Funeral Pyre number 2. These are $1.15 each. And I'll show you this one, which is, like I said, I could see why they would call it a fine, because it's just, yeah. You could see, let me see. Try to get the best angle on it here. Oh, okay, yeah. So you could see the spine ticks. I mean, you can see the bottom edge right there. You can see right here where my finger is. You can see here's a spine tick, a deep one. Here's a deep one. Here's a deep one. Here's some creasing and stuff. There's a little bit of white showing. And, if we look at the back, you can see everything more. Like, you can see all that. So, when you're buying these things in fine condition, I didn't know that these were these plastic books, the plastic pages with the very thick cardstock. So, I figured, maybe these would be old early modern age where they were paper, so they'd be a little bit easier to repair if there was damage to them. But then I also got Funeral Pyre number 1 in a very fine. This one cost me $1.50. And I don't think these, I don't think either of this series has any keys or anything. But, okay, number 1 has an error edition, but this is not the error edition. This is the gold, whatever you want to call it, the hollow foil stuff. So, yeah, and for a very fine, we'll take a look, because again, this has the, it's got the cardstock, but it's also got the hollow foil. So, scratches will be very difficult to deal with if there was anything in here. A crease would destroy it, but it doesn't look too bad. It's fairly clean, it looks like. So for very fine, and again, plastic pages, so looking at page quality doesn't really make any difference in this case. But I think that should be it for all the Venoms. Then we've got 2 copies of Totally Awesome Hulk #1, both near mints. These, I believe I paid $5 for. Yeah, these were $5. These were $5 for. And I have to pause this for a phone call. Okay, so we're back. Had to take a phone call, but so where were we? We were at Totally Awesome Hulk #1, both near mints. And then we have one in a very fine. The near mints were $5 each, and the very fine was $3.75. So take a look at one of these, or 2, maybe. Let's see. We still have a lot more books to go, but we haven't been going for that long. So here is one of the near mints. See, corners look sharp. Spine looks pretty good, actually. Like the corners of the spine, no damage. If you want to look at the spine here, looks really nice. Don't know if that's color rub or if that's part of like this like shadowing. Well, we could open up one of the other. It looks like it could be some color rub. Yeah, because it also, I don't know what this is. This is the stars that are like all through here also. So that's not anything. But let's see what that at the bottom staple area is. I mean, color rub, you can't really do anything about it, but if it's bad enough, you just don't grade it as a near mint. It's just as simple as that. Yeah, see, we have it down here too. You have it right here. So either it's part of the design or all the books have some color rub near that same area, and that is possible. I have seen where entire shipments, people have showed like entire shipments of books that they're what do you call it? Like with Bryce Comics, when he does his exclusive or whatever, and he gets them all shipped to him like that, you see like some of them, they're all damaged in the same place, color rub or denting or whatever. So it's possible, but now we should be moving away from the moderns and now heading out into the, I think, what did I say, late bronze and some early copper or something like that. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have Wonder Woman's. I have a bunch of these, again, because they're 70 cents, 75% off. And it's like, why not? So we've got number 214 in a very fine. And these should all be direct. I don't think I have any newsstands or anything like that. This one was 82 cents, plus, of course, again, plus sales tax, but I don't have that calculated in. So this is not a key, I don't think. I don't think there's any keys. There might be 1 or 2 keys in here. Wonder Woman 214. No, not this one. Then we've got 2 copies of number 21 from the second series. And this was the second series, by the way. This was the 87 series. I think, no, this is not that's not one of the Adam Hughes covers. Okay, then we've got number 21 from the second series. One is a direct copy, and I was wrong. Well, we do have one in the newsstand. 21. These are 75 cents each. So, and these are both fines. So, like I said, so if you can get a fine, we'll just take a look at the newsstand one. So the cover price is how much on these? These are copper, I believe. Cover price is $1. I paid 75 cents. And if it's a fine, it's okay. I mean, we're looking at, oops. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We look here. We see a little bit of, trying to get you a good angle on this because it would be hard. Like you can see little spine ticks. If you can see, yeah, you can see very little spine ticks. They don't really necessarily break color, but it looks like, you can see that it looks like they might because of the, you know, there's black. But yeah, we have something like this as well. You know, so you have something like that. But overall, you know, we look at the back of the spine, it's really not that bad for a fine. Well, you see maybe, I don't know if it'll pick up on here. There is a little bit of creasing, like, but it's really hard to tell. But again, for less than cover price, it's okay. It's okay, and it's an awesome cover too. I've been trying to pick up as much as I can from this series because you've got the first, what, 50 to 60, something like that, are the George Perez run, and then you go right into the John Byrne run. And, you know, you can't argue with those guys, the quality of their work. Two of the best, really. Then we've got, I want to stick with the, what do you call it? The Wonder Womans. I think that's everything. Yeah, that's all for the Wonder Woman. No, I'm sorry. I got the other ones right here. So next we have from the original series. This is the first series. Well, first let's take a look at that one. All right, nothing in there. The next one is number 314, both very fines from the original series. The first, you know, the first series that Wonder Woman had. These are not keys either. And these were 314, $1.50. Again, $1.50 is not a bad price. What is this? April 1984. So this is early copper, I believe. I think, if I'm not mistaken, bronze ended in 83 and copper started in 84 to 91. But yeah, so 2 copies of 314 for $1.50 each, both very fines. Then I've got 2 copies. Oh, wow. Okay. 2 copies of 253, both very good. These were 85 cents each. I did not see this one coming. Look up here. I hope that's folded over. I mean, for very goods, you know, I guess you could say that there would be a tear, but yeah, every single one of these is chopped all the way through. Yeah, so you could see it was just chopped off. That top corner was just chopped right off. So, okay, took a shot. Was hoping it wouldn't be that terrible. You know, figured maybe a very good would be a fine, but this one obviously is a very good. We'll take a look at the second one because it didn't look nearly as bad. This is what I was thinking it would be, or this is what I was hoping it would be. You look at this one, the colors are nice. You know, it's a clean cover, very nice. Corners are sharp. We have all four corners. You know, if we take a look at the spine, looks really, really nice. Doesn't really look like, this is what I'm hoping for when I buy from here. Worst part that I can see is on the back over here. There's some creasing. I don't know where it is, but there's a little bit of creasing like in here. Oh, I think I just had it and missed it. Yeah, but it's not terrible. To me, that's okay. That's a very good, maybe a good. This one's more of a fine and a very good price. So I'm okay with that. This front bottom right corner, it's a little bit rough. You can see a crease there. It's a little bit rounded, but it's not terrible. It's still intact. So again, for 85 cents, and this is from March of when? This has to be a Bronze Age or a late bronze. This is March of 1979. So to be in this condition for 85 cents, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Then we go, and we do have let me get this a little bit, yeah. So we've got that. We've got two Wolverine number 52, both very fine. Honestly, I think maybe I bought these. These were $1.25 each. I think there was a key to this. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. These are $1.25 each. But still 50 cents less than cover price. I don't exactly know. Maybe I was just trying to find, you know, make the $89 to get the free shipping. That could be it. Then we've got X-Men. Which one is this? Prime, Alpha, Omega? I don't even know. This is the first Dark Beast. X-Men. Which one is this? Alpha? Yes, X-Men Alpha. In a near mint, and this was $375. And first appearance of Dark Beast, first appearance of Holocaust, first appearance of Abyss, Morph in his featureless form. Featureless form. Is that the one with the white face, I believe it is, that you have in the X-Men 97? And then first appearance of Charles Lensher, which, if you don't know, in this continuity, the Age of Apocalypse, Magneto and Rogue were together, and this is when they had a child. So this is Charles Lensher. And like I said, $375 for that book. We'll go through and pick out the rest of these moderns. Next up is all Web of Spider-Man books. We'll just do these in order, I guess. So first one we have is 86 in a very fine. 86. not exactly sure what this one is. Oh, this is Demogoblin separates from Hobgoblin and becomes its own standalone character. So you have Hobgoblin here, Demogoblin there. This one I paid $3.75. And it's very fine, like I said. Then we've got 2 copies of number 90, Near Mints. These I paid $2.50. Yeah, $2.50 each. And this is, what, the preview of Spider-Man 2099? These are not bagged. Yes, they are bagged. Okay, so yes, these are bagged with, well, it says poly bagged. I don't know if it's opened or not, but so yeah, $2.50 for each of those, preview and the 30th anniversary. Then we've got Web 97 in the Near Mint. This was what, Kevin Trench. Paid $2.50 for this. First appearance of Kevin Trench. Later becomes Nightwatch. And then I think this one was just a throw-in also to try to reach the $89 price point to get the free shipping. This is Web number 101, Maximum Carnage. Second part, and I paid $2.50 for this one. And they even gave me the card. So that's pretty cool that they gave me the card. So the reason why I'm saying that I bought some of these to hit that $89 threshold, here's how I think of it. So let's say you get free shipping at $89. You have $10, you're $10 short. So the shipping is gonna be $9.99. You either pay the $10 roughly for the shipping, or you get $10 worth of books and your total is gonna be the same. I'd rather go buy the extra books on the to spend the $10 on the books. This way I get something out of it, rather than spending it, because you're gonna be paying the same amount anyway, whether you pay for the shipping or you spend the money on the books. It's gonna be the same amount. Now, if you're at $50 of books and you need to spend $40 in shipping, like $10 to get, it'll cost you $10 in shipping, or you spend $50 to get the free shipping, then you're spending $40 extra for nothing, unless you get really good deals and you want the books anyway. I'm talking about, I was struggling to find ways to hit that, that $90 threshold, the $89 threshold, but I was like $8, $9 away, so I figured I might as well just buy some books, because I'm gonna spend the same amount with that, with the books or with the shipping. So I might as well at least get some books that might have some value in them. Then we're going, this is what I messed up big time on this one. Watchmen, this one is number 11. Yeah, this is number 11. This was a fine, it was $3.75. They had a bunch of these, I think, at $3.75, at the $3.75 price point. And they were all fines, I believe, for $3.75. Not number one, but other issues. And I said to myself, I'll just get the one, because if they go on sale again later on, I could probably get them again. But then I was like, damn, even in a fine, these books are worth more than $3.75. So I was like, crap. But so here's the interiors. I mean, it's a nice interior. The color, look at those pinks and the purples. They definitely pop. The book itself, the pages themselves are pretty white. If I turn on the other lamp, the other light, and get full, now it's like really, really bright in here. But you can see the pages are pretty white. It's just that second light. It's very, very bright now, and it's very glaring. But you can see this cover is pretty clean. We look at the spine. You have like all these pieces of black and the white and everything. There's not much going on there. On the back, we do have a little bit of stuff. We have something here that I could probably scrape off. But overall, you look at the back, you have one tick here. a little bit of a color rub there, and something down here. But otherwise, this is a very good book, structurally speaking. And for $3.75, I should have bought the rest of them instead of buying, the Wolverine for $1.25. I mean, the Maximum Carnage what was the Maximum Carnage one? $2.50. Yeah, I probably could have passed on those and gotten more of the Watchmen books because they're a better value. But I didn't at the time. So now we're gonna move into. Okay, we've got. Well, let me just see. I want to make sure. I don't think there's any keys to the Watchmen 11. Any key significance to Watchmen 11. Oh, it was the origin of Ozymandias. Okay, so there is a key to it. So I got the origin of Ozymandias there. Okay, then we've got What If number 35 in a fine. And you can see like all this glare here. That's why I didn't want to have that other lamp on. Because now we get a lot of glare. So this is a little bit better to see things. So yeah, we've got, then this is What If Elektra Had Lived. Obviously, if we look in Key Collector, it's going to say, what if they had lived? So I'm just curious now what they would say in there. What if 35? No, there's no. All right, so it's not listed as a key. So for a fine, what did I pay for this? I don't even know. Okay, looks pretty good. Looks really, really good, actually. Definitely not a fine. For this one, I paid $1.15. So here's this. Here's what it looks like. A little bit, maybe a little bit of a blunting corner at the bottom down there, but nothing terrible. Yeah, a little bit of white. But the rest of the book, it looks clean. It looks reflective of color. A little bit of a miscut. You can see that it's thinner up here than it is down here. But the back, I mean, this is a clean book. There's no staining. There's no dirt on here. The bottom corner is a little bit folded over, a little bit folded under. So that's what you're seeing. Like right there at the bottom, you can see it's all intact. Like when you're looking at it this way, it looks like it might have been, cut short, but it's just folded under a little bit. So it's a clean book for $1.15. And the secondary story is What If Yellow Jacket Had Died? For that one, very happy. So yeah, $1.15, like I said. And the next one is also a What If book, and from the first series. And I also paid $1.15 for that, but I bought two of them because there were two available. And that is number 18. One's a newsstand and one's a direct. And you can see number 18. And I don't think that they marked this as a key either. But this one is What If Doctor Strange was a disciple of Dormammu? And also Magical Mayhem in the Marvel Manor, whatever that means. Oh, this is a key. Okay. First appearance of an evil version of Doctor Strange, an ally of Dormammu. Well, obviously he'd be an ally of Dormammu if he's a disciple. Go figure. Also, Doctor Strange, known as the Necromancer, appears in the mainstream comic universe for the first time in Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme number 46. Okay, so I guess they're talking about this one, the evil version or whatever. So, okay, sure. So we'll take a look at this. Again, for $1.15, this looks really clean. A little bit of a miswrap, obviously. You can see, like, it goes from here is the black line, and as we get down, it gets more over to the front. You can see on the back also, we have more here than up here. But honestly, it's clean. Corners are fairly, are pretty sharp. There's, Oh. I mean, can't do anything about it, but look at the bottom staple. The bottom staple is on the front of the book. And then this being a giant size, or whatever you call it, the cover is glued on top of that. So the staples don't go through. This is almost like the equivalent of a square bound annual, where it's either stapled on the side or glued on the side, and then the cover is just glued on top of it. So yeah, this one has a little bit of a poke through. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can see right there, like right where my finger is, that you can see that poke through of the staple. Really nothing can be done about that. That's just the way that they made the book, but it's not terrible. And do we look at the back? The back looks really clean also, and it's nice and white. There's no staining, no tanning. Doesn't look like there's any foxing. Only problem is that staple, which again, not that big of a deal. And then we've got this Doctor Strange. It's the same one, but this is the direct copy. And this one looks a little bit more in line. And then two more pairs of books. First one is Warlock number 4 from the first series, the 1977 series. Warlock 72 series, sorry. This is number 4, The Death of Triax the Terrible, okay? These are both fines, as you can see here. They both should, there were no direct copies back then, I don't believe, so they should all be the same copy. These were $3.92. Now, going back to what I was talking about, where it would be nice to get, less than cover price on some of the earlier books. This is what I was talking about with the 20-cent books. And somebody decided to write in here. So I don't know if I could get that out. Probably not. So maybe that's why that one was graded a fine. We'll take a look at the other one. This one is a little bit worse for wear. You can see the creasing here. Like right here, there's creasing. You can see that there's some dirt here. A little bit of creasing down the spine a little bit. Nothing terrible. The front of the book, you can see a little bit of color loss up there, but the rest, a little bit of a white, color breaking spine ticks there, but the rest of it is pretty sharp. Page-wise, off-white pages, maybe this could get off-white to white because it's not really that brown, but yeah, for $3.92. Bronze Age, $3, $4 for a Bronze Age book. Not too bad. I have no idea who Triax the Terrible is, to be honest. His first appearance was in number 3. He died in number 4. Can't be that big of a character. And so the last book is Werewolf by Night number 35. Jim Starlin cover art is the only key significance to it. And that was $3.37, and I got 2 of those in a fine as well. And so these were $75, so these are Bronze Age, I believe, as well. Again, I don't think that there was any direct copies back then, so there's not going to be any distinctions. So we'll take a look at what looks to me, at least on the front cover, is the nicer of the 2, but they both look pretty nice. So here's the book. It does look really nice. Down here, There's some whitening, some creasing, but can't do anything about it. There are some creases throughout the cover. Don't know if you'll be, oh yeah, you can see some waves and some creases. You can see the crease up here. The back of the book is pretty clean. Looks like there's, I thought I saw something in his head, but who knows. But yeah, most of the book itself is mostly clean on the back. Doesn't look like there's really much that needs to be done. There is, on the spine, let's see. Yeah, there's creasing here. We'll see if we can do it like this. If we bring up the bright light again. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to see it. It might be too bright now, but there's some creasing up here along the spine, but it's white, so it doesn't break color or anything. So for $3.35, $3.37, I'm okay with that. I mean, here's the interior pages. You can see the colors are still strong. They're not faded. Off-white to white pages, maybe off-white pages. I just dig the cover. I think it's a really cool cover. So that's this haul. That is everything. There was, literally not even $100 with sales tax added in. Free shipping was, this had free shipping. There was. I'm happy with the way that came out. This is, except for the one Wonder Woman book where every single corner or every single corner on the top open edge was chewed off or something. I can't say that I've had an order like this where there was so few real issues. Yeah, some of these books have a little bit of ding on them. They're not exactly like if it's a near mint, it might not be like the top of the category near mint, but it's not like a few of the last orders that I had where there was a chunk missing, like a C, like a big circle, like cut out of the back cover, or like it looked like somebody had folded it up and put it in their pocket. So I'm very happy with this. I want to know what you think. Let me know what books you liked, if you liked any of my books, if you thought that any of them were a little bit too pricey for what I've got, or is a good deal. And I will see you on the next video.